Hey friend, I wanted to talk about something very personal, yet also it pertains to being someone of service, so I wanted to share. In December of 2025, I almost said 2026. In December of 2025, I decided to take a leap for myself. And this was not the first time that I had taken a chance to unleash myself from employment and step into something more entrepreneurial. And so for the months of the first few months of 2026, I was focused in on offering my service, sharpening my offers, getting clear on who my clients are, what I'm serving, what the impact is that I want to make. If you can't tell by my voice, it's kind of early right now, and I apologize. So, for months, I was sending out emails. I was putting together curriculum. I built the Choose Change program. I was putting out opportunities. I was putting out invitations, I should say, to offer my service. And then I had some, we'll say, back of house situations that I thought were going to play out in a certain way that would allow me to continue to do that without seeking employment. And those back of house situations did not play out how I had anticipated in my thoughts. And I had to make a choice. And honestly, I was already kind of in that choice because I recognized that my offers, my invitations needed some supports. They required some funding, right? And I'm in a place where I could reach out for funding as far as it goes with grants or loans or things of that nature. However, that was not feeling like the step that needed to be taken. And so I had to make a choice. Not so much about, giving up and getting back into the grind. It was more so a change of mindset. I had to ask myself, what is it that I'm really wanting to do with my life? What is it that I'm really wanting to do in the world? Who is it that I really want to be? What am I becoming? And I wrote down all of the things that were going on in my mind about what I said I wanted to be and do and have. And honestly, it was kind of insane. There was a lot that did not fit together cohesively, that I was wanting, putting my energy, putting my desire, putting my prayers and my attention on, that were not cohesive. And I took a moment. I didn't have to. I chose to take a moment to get clear on who it is I want to be, what it is I want to offer, and how I want that to look. And I wrote that down, and I was like, everything else that is not pertaining to this, that is not in alignment with this, I'm releasing it. And energetically, I cut all of those cords and I cleared all of that energy, and I decided I'm saying yes to what is in alignment with what I am pulling in and what this clarity has offered, and saying no to everything else. And it has been a challenge because I am someone who likes to offer their service as far as being present for people and opportunities. However, I haven't been able to say yes as much as I used to, because that's how I ended up being in a place of unclarity. And so I'm sharing all of this to express that it's okay to reset, that my option to clear the board, so to speak, and to wipe the table to get me a fresh tabla rasa was a gift to me, and it has allowed me to shift my mindset in a way that I am seeing how I move through the world differently, and allowing myself to remain steadfast in this fresh viewpoint so that I can stay consistent in navigating the goals, navigating the plan, navigating the outcomes that I am looking to experience in this life, so that I am staying in alignment with what I feel called to do, be, have, execute, experience. And so now my mindset is kind of like by any means necessary, what is it that I can do to actually show up and support young people with bettering their awareness of their mental health, and accumulating coping skills to do to re-regulate themselves and to process challenges, to have a clear mind, to be in a sense of greater confidence. What is it that I can do to actually reach my peers, to have an impact on people who are wanting to activate transformation in their life? What is it that I can actually do to bring the Choose Change program, to bring Days of Darkness, and the insights that brought forth light to people in the world, and do so in a way that actually reaches them and isn't just my ego saying, I want to have my own business, I want to have my own thing, right? Like, what is it that will actually bring the vision into fruition? And so with that mindset shift, I've been able to make choices and had opportunities align, and having things unfold in a beautiful way that feels good for me and doesn't feel like I'm making concessions, or that I'm retreating, or that I'm putting my dreams or my calling on pause, So I wanted to bring that conversation to you today, friend. I know this one went kind of long because I was feeling it. And ask if there is something or some things on your heart and on your mind that feels like it's pulling from your soul, that you are wanting to bring to life, but maybe have had some ego blockage, maybe have a mindset shift that can support you in actually bringing that forth, because that's where I am. And this is your first time seeing me, the first video that you're coming across. Hey friend, my name is Angelique, and this is a place and a space where we talk about these kinds of things, where I share my experience about what I'm navigating, what shifts I'm making, what actions I'm taking, so that you can also learn and grow with me, alongside me, and give your input in the comments, and we can offer each other some encouragement and some enlightenment while we are navigating this journey in these times. And again, I have an ebook. It's called Days of Darkness. It is a collection of insights that brought forth light as I was navigating my journey of depression and suicidal ideation. And as you may have heard me mention in this video as well, I have a personal activation program called Choose Change, and it is a series of meditations, journaling prompts, and activation activities to get you into motion and to create shifts in key areas of your life. So if those things interest you, the link to my PayHip store is in the description. I definitely want to read your comments though about this, because I know this is a very popular conversation in the entrepreneur world, and also in just the world of people who desire to be of service. So, yeah, let me know what you're thinking, feeling, doing in the comments, and this can continue to be a discussion.